Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain about the code pattern query knowledge base with domain specific documents. As I told you, this code pattern is in continuation of the composite pattern build knowledge base with domain specific documents. I would recommend you to go through this code pattern build knowledge base with domain specific documents first in order to take the full advantage of the things explained in query knowledge base with domain specific documents. As you can see, in build knowledge base with domain specific documents code pattern, we took an unstructured text present in docs and the information stored in the table, and we created a knowledge graph from it. Now, if you want to query this knowledge base, say you need to know the answers of few facts, like take an example of a document that contains the history of a cancer patient, and you need to answer a few questions like when was the cancer diagnosed in the patient, and what were the early symptoms of the cancer were like, is there any history of a patient's family, and probably the list of all the things the patient is allergic to. Now, how do we formulate a query, a natural language query that can be thrown on the knowledge graph from which answer can be extracted? So in this code pattern, we have given the strategy on how to make sense of the query given by the user on the UI, and we get them back with the relevant answer from the knowledge base. The architect diagram is almost the same about the build knowledge base with domain specific documents. I strongly recommend that you watch the video of build knowledge base with domain specific documents first to understand this code pattern, query knowledge base with domain specific documents. As you can see here, the architect diagram, in the first step, the unstructured data is brought into three tuple entity relationship entity format, and then a knowledge graph is built on top of it uh, by from these three tuple entity relationship entity, which is the same as the first code pattern built knowledge base with domain specific documents. The new part is this one, wherein a user enter a question on the UI. Then the question asked by the user on the UI is sent to the notebook through Node-RED. Node-RED basically helps in integrating the UI with the notebook. The question gets queried and the suitable response is sent back, and the user receives the answer on the UI. Here are the steps on how you can sign up for the Watson Studio and Watson Cloud Services. As I've explained earlier in build knowledge base with domain specific documents, that it uses another two code patterns, which are extend text classification and orchestrate data science workflows using Node-RED. This code pattern explains everything you need to know on how to integrate Node-RED uh, with your Jupyter notebook, and how to integrate UI with the Jupyter notebook using Node-RED. However, for the sake of simplicity, we have also explained each and everything that you need to know on how to integrate UI with your how to integrate your UI with Jupyter Notebook using Node-RED in this notebook as well. I recommend you to go through these steps to know how to set up the notebook. And after you have set up the notebook and the Node-RED application, I would recommend to put a hold before accessing this. I would recommend that you completely go through the setup on how to set up the notebook on Data Science Experience, in like and the entire detailed instructions about that is given in built knowledge base with domain specific documents. It's already given. It's just that you have to use the updated notebook, this one. The link is provided. You just open the link rather than using the previous notebook that has been used in build knowledge base code pattern. You use this notebook and set it up on your DXX. And here is the detailed description about the algorithm that we have used to construct the entire application, wherein a question queried by the user on the knowledge graph and how we are bringing back the answer to the UI. The entire algorithm is completely explained here. Thank you.